Hey everyone, so today we have an unboxing from SpeedCubeShop, and in here are some actually pretty cool novelty items along with some supposedly really great and impressive budget cubes. So we have the Cubicle Assam 2x2, the mini Fangshi 6x6, the 51mm one, the Concave DNA cube, which looks incredible, and also the Thunderclap V3M. So let's just go ahead and start it off with this 2x2. I have actually heard some pretty great things about this one, and so let's just go ahead and see what I think of it. Alright, well, first impressions, it is incredibly lightweight. It is really light. It also has the frosted surface to it. It doesn't feel quite as slippery for some reason, but it still isn't the glossy plastic that I personally prefer. But let's just go ahead and see how this one turns. Alright, well, this cube is definitely really fast. It is really lightweight, and so it's super easy to turn, and so if you have a rough and really harsh turning style, you're not going to do that well with this cube. It's going to be way too hard to control it. It's going to feel unstable, and so you really just have to adapt to a lighter turning style to be able to use this cube well. That being said, though, it is actually really impressive for a budget 2x2. I mean, the turning feels great. It's smooth. It does feel just the tiniest bit cheap, in part because it is so lightweight, but also the plastic itself, it has a slight kind of crispy, frosted feeling to it. But overall, the turning is, I mean, it flows well, but again, you just have to be able to control the speed and turn lightly with this cube. Corner cutting, it kind of locks up when I'm trying to do 45. Right here, it just can't cut it. Alright, so it seems like the tensions are actually kind of uneven. It's doing 45 really easily on this corner, but anywhere else, it just kind of locks up there. I mean, overall, I definitely do see a lot of potential in this cube, and who knows, maybe with magnetizing and properly setting it up, it could have a lot of potential in being someone's main. But in general, I would say if you're looking for your first 2x2, or if you're looking for a budget one, definitely check this one out. And so next up, I want to check out this DNA Cube Concave version. This one just looks so cool, and I really love the feeling of concave cubes, so wow, check that out. That looks so cool. And I was actually worried that it was going to feel pretty fragile because these caps are kind of, I mean, hollowed out and cut out, obviously, but it feels really stable, like any other 3x3, so you don't have to worry about it breaking at all. And you can kind of see a glimpse of the inner mechanism, which is really cool. And so let's just go ahead and check out the turning of this thing. Wow, I mean, it performs really well, like pretty much any other 3x3, but it's just the feeling and texture of these cutout caps that makes it feel really unique. And also because of the concave aspect of this cube, it just feels really fun to use. I mean, the performance itself is great. It flows really well through algorithms. And so corner cutting does seem great, although I guess it is a little bit tight, but it performs really well. Nothing just kind of tensioning and loosening the screws can't fix. And the feeling itself, it's smooth, but has a slight sort of crispiness to the turning. I'd say it feels most like the MF3RS2 or MF3RS1. Just kind of that overall smooth, but also at the same time really fast and crispy feeling. So performance is definitely really great, but it's just the unique feeling of this cube that I really enjoy. And so if you're looking for something just kind of fun and different from your average 2x3, definitely go ahead and check out this DNA series. You know, it gets boring after a while of doing just average after average of 3x3 solves, and so this one will definitely bring something fun to the table. Alright, so next up, I am really excited for this one. This one is the 51mm Fangshi 6x6. So I haven't heard great things about the performance for this one, but of course I had to get it for the novelty aspect. Wow, that is just so tiny. I have a 2x2 here. This is the Wit 2 version 1. It's practically the size of a 2x2. Wow, that's just insane. Okay. We have to do some turns on this. It's bad. Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, oh my gosh. I already got a pop. So, no doubt about it, the performance isn't great just from these first few turns that I'm trying to do right now, but for this kind of thing, it's really just fun to have in your collection. You know, what other time are you gonna be able to get a mass-produced mini 6x6? All right, let's see if I can. It's just so rough and stiff feeling. Oh my gosh, another pop. Yeah, with things like this where it's so small but such a high order cube, it's hard to be able to find or actually produce a design that's really stable. Oh my gosh. So it looks like this corner is kind of popping out. And what that is telling me is that the mechanism is based off of a 2x2. And it seems like this section of the mech is not staying in place really well. Okay, I just kind of lost my place in the algorithm. But let me see. I can push that in. So definitely Great. All right, well, so obviously the mechanism isn't great, but understandably so. It's just kind of hard to produce a high order cube in such a tiny, compact space for 51 millimeters, you know? So it is really hard to get it consistent and stable, I guess. But overall, I just really wanted this for the collection. So yeah, I don't think I'll be able to play with this one too much on camera. But if you're looking for something fun, just kind of unique in the collection, you know, just go for it. It's cool. You're not going to speed solve with it, obviously. But yeah, if you're a collector, definitely go ahead and check it out if you're willing to. Alright, so last cube up, we have the Thunderclap V3M. So this one is actually a really well-priced budget magnetic 3x3. I think it's around like $10. And if I remember correctly, SpeedCubeShop is actually having a sale on this for only $5. So $5 for a magnetic 3x3, I mean, just hearing that right off the bat, just go ahead and get it. But I guess we'll just go ahead and see how this thing performs. So in the box, you just get the cube, a little pamphlet in there, and just all this extra packaging. And so into the actual cube itself, oh wow, it's very looby on the outside. The weight of it actually really reminds me of the Bulk Power, so it does have a little bit of heft to it. I'm not sure if that's just the magnets, but let's just go ahead and see how this thing actually performs. Whoa. That's actually really great. I was not expecting this at all. I mean, a $10 magnetic cube. This is really awesome. It does have a substantial feeling and buttery smoothness that kind of reminds me of the Bulk Power, but the only difference is that this is much faster and has a really great speed to it. It doesn't feel nearly as sluggish as the Bulk Power. I mean, out of the box, it's already good to go. It feels really great, has a really great speed to it, controllable, but also really pleasant to turn. And I mean, I'm just kind of mind blown because this seems like an improved version on the Bulk Power, but it's only half the cost. And if you get it from SpeedCubeShop right now, it's only $5. So wow, I mean, I think this could possibly become a main contender for a lot of people. And especially if you're looking to try out a magnetic 3x3, definitely go ahead and check out the Thunderclap V3M. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of loosening. The corner cutting isn't too great right now. You can see there it is just really tight, but nonetheless it performs really well. And so this one does have magnets in it, and just turning it slowly and purposely feeling it for it, you can't really distinguish that kind of bump of the magnets. It has a really smooth attraction in the pieces, but this cube is really fast. And so I'm assuming if you get the non-magnetic version, I would assume it's going to feel a little bit more unstable because you don't have the magnets helping you control and stabilize the puzzle. But yeah, overall it has a really enjoyable feeling. It has this kind of plushness to it where it's so smooth and it just kind of flows with a lot of ease. Yeah, pretty much just imagine the buttery smooth substantial feeling of the bulk power, but not as sluggish and just really fast. So for such a well-priced magnetic budget cube, and considering the really great performance out of the box, I'd say, you know, go ahead and get it. I really recommend this one so far. You know, I'll have to see if my impressions change after setting it up and doing some more averages with it, but out of the box, I'm really enjoying this cube so far. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for this unboxing. I'd say overall, aside from the 6x6, these 3 cubes are actually really great performing, especially considering they're so cheap and they're just so impressive in terms of their performance. I would definitely really recommend them if you're looking for good cubes that don't break the bank. So go ahead and head over to SpeedCubeShop.com and use my code TCK to get further discounts on your order. But if you have any questions at all regarding any of these cubes, definitely leave them in the comments below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.